What I'm about to share with you might sound unbelievable, but stick with me. You're about to discover something that's been hiding in plain sight. Have you ever wondered why things don't quite add up in our financial system? Well, you're not alone, and what you're about to learn might explain why. Let me take you behind the scenes of a massive story that's unfolding right now. It all started when Treasury Secretary Scott Bent made some shocking statements about the Department of Defense. But here's where it gets interesting. And trust me, you'll want to pay attention to this part. You know that feeling when you discover something that changes everything? That's exactly what's about to happen. Here it's Elon Musk's involvement with the DoD has uncovered what could be one of the biggest financial scandals in history. We're not talking about small accounting errors here. We're looking at billions of dollars, and you, yes, you are directly affected by this. But before I reveal the full scope of what's happening, I need you to understand something crucial about how deep this really goes, because what I'm about to share next will completely change how you view our entire financial system. And wait until you hear who else might be involved. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, this sounds like another conspiracy theory. I get it. I was skeptical too. But let me show you exactly why this matters to you and your financial future. Have you ever wondered why, no matter who's in power, certain things never seem to change? Well, there's a reason for that. What we're looking at isn't just about the DoD. You're witnessing the unveiling of something much bigger. My investigation suggests this extends into multiple government agencies, including the IRS and Congress. But here's where it gets personal for you. Think about your tax dollars. Every paycheck, every April 15th, you're contributing to a system that might be fundamentally corrupted. And I'm not just throwing around accusations here. The evidence is starting to surface, and it's more concerning than anyone initially thought. But before you start feeling helpless, remember, knowledge is power, and you're here right now because something led you to seek out this information. Trust that instinct. And speaking of instinct, what I'm about to reveal about the stock market manipulation will make you question everything you thought you knew about investing. Hold on to your seat, because what you're about to learn about market manipulation might shock you. And no, this isn't some wild theory. We're following the money trail. You know those mysterious market swings that seem to defy logic, the ones that make you wonder if you're missing something? Well, you're not paranoid. You're perceptive. And here's why. According to the evidence being uncovered, certain powerful groups might be artificially controlling market movements. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some big market drops seem perfectly timed with political events? That's not a coincidence. And no, I'm not suggesting that there's a secret room full of people in dark suits pulling levers, although wouldn't that be easier to deal with? The reality is actually more sophisticated and concerning. Let me break this down in a way that directly affects your investments. When you're planning for retirement or saving for your future, you're playing in a game where some players might know exactly when the dice will roll. But here's where it gets really interesting. What if I told you that there's evidence suggesting this manipulation goes beyond just the stock market? And what I'm about to share about cryptocurrency and precious metals might completely change your investment strategy. You're probably wondering right now, okay, so what can I actually do about all this? Well, that's exactly the right question to ask. And I'm going to share some potential solutions. But first, let me tell you why some popular fixes might not be what they seem. Remember when everyone said cryptocurrency would solve everything? Well, here's something interesting about that. Even the MY take on XRP might surprise you. Let's talk about what's actually in your control. While some suggest buying gold and silver as a hedge against inflation, and yes, there's merit to that, you need to understand the full picture, because what I'm about to share could save you from making a costly mistake. Think about term limits for politicians. Sounds like a perfect solution, right? But here's what most people don't consider, and this directly affects your future security. The real solution might be something entirely different, something that puts the power back in your hands, not in the hands of those who've been manipulating the system. And speaking of power, wait until you hear about the AI connection to all of this, because what's coming next might be the most important part of this entire story. This is where everything comes together for you. Remember how we started this journey? Well, now you're equipped with knowledge that most people don't have. But here's what makes the difference between information and power. Have you noticed how your perspective has shifted since we began? That's not by accident. You're now seeing through the smoke and mirrors. But here's the crucial part. Trachin, what you do next matters more than ever. Let me share something personal. When I first discovered all this, I felt overwhelmed. You might be feeling that way right now. But here's why you shouldn't be afraid. The real power lies in critical thinking and informed action. You're not helpless in this system. You're now one of the few who understand how it really works, and that changes everything. Here's what you can do starting today to protect yourself and your future. Question everything, but stay rational. Diversify your investments wisely. Stay informed, but avoid panic decisions. Trust your enhanced understanding. Remember, you're not just watching a video. You're part of a growing community of informed individuals who can make a difference. The system might be rigged, but now you know how to navigate it. So then, and that knowledge, that's your true power.